right, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Express right on SABC3. It's your Tuesday morning and we choose to feel good. Thank you very much for tuning in. So good to be hanging out with you indeed. Now, when you walk into the grocery store, the cooking oil aisle can be quite intimidating. We can all agree on that. Are the cheaper ones unhealthy and fattening, and the healthy oils ridiculously expensive? Can you use the same oil for frying and in salads? So many questions. Yeah. Fortunately, registered dietitian Megan Pentz-Kluyts is joining us to make it rather simple for us to make your choice once you walk down that aisle. Megan, thank you very much for joining us.
Hello, thank you.
Lovely to have you.
Megan, pleasantly dressed up for the Valentine's Day coming through on Thursday. I love it.
Thank you.
Megan, you know, it can be quite confusing, and I see that we've got two different types of oils in front of us here, and they're both olive oils, but what is the difference between them?
Okay, so the first thing is to look at olive oil. When we look at olive oil, we get extra virgin olive oil.
Yeah.
And then we got oil that has been refined slightly. Now, they refine it so that it can actually be used for heating. Because your actual extra virgin olive oil can start burning at a much lower temperature. So we rather want to use that in things like our salads, in dips, in dipping bread, etc., where we'd prefer to then look at your olive oil that's been refined and use that for cooking, because it's got what we call a higher smoking point, so there's less chances that it would burn.
Okay. So with regards to your extra virgin olive oil, your EVOO, like they call it as well, it's not advisable to cook with that at all. That is really just, otherwise you won't reap the health benefits of it.
Preferably not, yes, because you know you also have in this extra virgin olive oil, as you do in both the oils, they're both 100% olive oil, the one's just refined, the other one not.
Okay.
But you have things like your great monounsaturated fats. You also have your polyphenols, and those are great as antioxidants, and they help to reduce the risk of things like stroke and heart disease and cancers and stuff. So you do want to take the most benefit out of each oil.
Okay, 100%.
Now, there's an oil a lot of us will be familiar with. It's sunflower oil. What's the story with sunflower oil?
Absolutely. I think it's quite a utilized oil in most homes in South Africa.
Yeah.
And what we need to remember when cooking, it does also have a higher smoking point. But what it does have is a lot of omega-6. And this omega-6 is actually what we call pro-inflammatory. So it increases inflammation. And we want to try and increase more omega-3s in our body to help to reduce inflammation. So we need to use it very sparingly.
Okay. Brings me to oil that I absolutely love, which I also use in my cooking, coconut oil. What's your take on coconut oil?
Okay, that's quite controversial, and there's a lot of conflicting science out there.
Yeah.
And the reasoning being is, as you'll pick it up, it's usually like solid at room temperature.
Yes.
And that's because of the very high saturated fat content. And at this point in time, there is science that says it can potentially increase cholesterol levels, and there's other science that's conflicting that. So at this point in time, it does have health benefits like moisturizing the skin, etc. But you want to limit your amount of coconut oil in cooking.
Got it. Okay.
Wow.
Good tip to note. Yeah.
Hacks galore with Megan over here. Thank you so much. I mean, who knew that the range of oil could be so extensive? But of course, there is canola oil, which I'm hearing so much about lately.
Absolutely. Now, the one thing that's wonderful about canola oil is it has the highest omega-3 content of all the oils.
Okay.
And so this is fabulous. As I said previously, you know, that's anti-inflammatory. And we don't have enough omega-3 in most of our Western diets. So you want to increase that. It also has a higher smoking point. So this is the type of oil that you actually do want to cook with, because it has ability to, you know, the much lower incidence of actually burning when cooking and still having the health benefit after that. And we want to use this. And we also do know that the canola oil, if you go and look at something like the Be Well canola oil, it does have the Heart and Stroke Foundation heart mark, and it also we do have the CANSA Smart Choice seal on it. So there's stringent testing that's taken place, high omega-3 content, and it's very beneficial, low saturated fat content.
Yeah, and it's also nice to see that a lot of people started making that move from sunflower oil that we all used to use back in the day to the canola oil, which is the healthier one, which is a good thing.
Absolutely.
Megan, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Pleasure.
Really, really appreciate it. I do hope that it's going to help you out once you go shopping for your oils and which ones to use in which scenarios. But if you would like more information, you can just log onto the website bewellfoods.co.za. Let's get cooking now.